All right, so we made it to Sebring for round 3 of US Drift Circuit Proam, and let's see. Practice is supposed to start in 7 minutes. We've got Mason here. He came to help us out this weekend. We got Rieana here. They're coming to support. We got Tim in Colorado. He's kind of spotting for us from across the country. Only issue right now is that there's a full-on monsoon going on. Hurricane Aaron off the coast of Florida. It's not hitting us, but we're still getting a lot of the effect. So everyone's out here taking shelter. You know, camera doesn't do the weather justice, but it's coming down pretty hard. So here, take this. So, yeah, we're doing that like every 10 minutes. So, it's gonna be an interesting event. Alright, so I've had this plan in my head for a while. I've always wanted to do something a little better to help keep water from getting into our intake on rainy events like this. But for now, we're gonna kind of MacGyver it with some duct tape. Preferably, I would just wrap all the way around it, but I don't want to take my fender off right now, so we're just gonna kind of layer it like this and hope for the best. We'll see how it holds up for the day. If it gets hot and peels off, we'll see. We're just making it up as we go. All right, so we've got a little bit of a break in the rain. Mason and I finished our duct tape water thing to help protect the air filter. We also refilled oil a little bit, just kind of going through checking fluids. So practice should start here in about 20 minutes, only about an hour behind schedule, so off to a great start. Yeah, feeling good. Alright, so we're in the car, we're getting ready for our 16 battle in seating, and it just started sprinkling again. It rained a lot this morning, and then it dried out, track was great, and now as we're getting back into battle, it's gonna start raining again. So this is gonna be interesting. We're going up against Harry Spencer. He's kind of a buddy of ours. I've never really talked to him, but you know, he's been to a lot of the same events. We've known of each other, so it'll be good to finally get some laps in with him. It's going to be a little bit of a bummer that's not in the dry. Hopefully they give us a sight lap so we can kind of get some practice in on the new track condition. But yeah, should be good. We'll see. Here we go.
Here he goes. Nathaniel Jordan in the lead.
Not sure exactly. Oh, this is a sight lap.
Sight lap. Just feeling it out. Oh, what is going on there? Look at Harry Spencer.
Spencer said, I don't know how to drive in the rain.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's like, well, I do know how to drive in the rain, but I was about to hit this other car, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something's going on with Harry a little bit.
No, it's just wet. Driving in the wet is so much fun, though. Like once you get it figured out, and it's just like not to spin, and then you gotta go. You're going always so slow. So even when you do spin, we all just bump each other.
I think the coolest thing I've ever seen drifting wise was Long Beach when it just downpoured, and you have James Dean, Nathaniel Jordan in the lead, Harry Spencer in the chase. Nathaniel Jordan going out to that first outer zone, getting a shallow angle, trying to hit it, going all the way through to outer touch and go one.
Holding it in zone.
Yeah, buddy. Nathaniel Jordan with that Mustang. Tire drop on the outer zone two.
Spencer coming in. This is where the decel zone is.
Harry Spencer in the chase. Trying to get him.
So Lee didn't go into the zone, but we're going to see a complete run here maybe.
A little bit of a bobble there in the final outer zone. Here we go. Harry Spencer now in the lead. Nathaniel Jordan in the chase. Nathaniel Jordan trying to get a quick run up. It looks like a restart.
Restart light.
Someone hit a cone.
Spencer does not know. Somebody could wave him down maybe. It's unfortunate because he's doing a great run right now. He has no idea.
He's going to go back to the line and be like, oh, that was a great run. And then they're going to say, hey, it's a restart. Dang it.
Yeah, that's how it always works.
Yeah. Or he probably used that as a practice lap.
I don't know. That's the next battle.
The next battle. But here's Harry Spencer's in the lead. Nathaniel Jordan in the chase.
No restart light this time.
Good job with the initiation. Going to that first outer zone. Being able to get right there. Looks like he's flirting with it a little bit. And hits that cone a little bit. But a lot smoother than Nathaniel Jordan in the lead. Going into the transition to outer zone 2. And he is able to get there. A little bit of a bobble. And transitioning to outer touch and go 2. Is going to be huge. Wow. He was able to hold it together from outer touch and go 2 through that fatal funnel to outer zone 3. And Nathaniel Jordan is right there keeping it.
That's the one thing about the wet is it's just as forgiving as it is like detrimental, if that makes sense. So
here I think they made the decision.
Yeah,
and it looks like Harry Spencer got the win.
I believe Harry Spencer got the win, but we're not hearing it through the calls right now, so he said, hey, I won't. Oh, come on, Spencer. Why'd you got to hit the cone? Just because you won.
All right.
Looks.
Well, not the result I wanted. We had a really good lead, and going into the chase, there was a the restart light went off, so we circled back around. We went back for the chase the second time, and he kind of got away from us on the start, but we kind of made it back on the transition. We weren't really in the zones. Again, we were just trying to put down a good chase, and I don't know, I was kind of on the inside. I don't know, I have to watch the replays back, so it's wet. We got a sight lap. I spun it on the entry, and yeah, not how we wanted. Again, it's only seeding. Main comp's still tomorrow, but this would have been good points in the series, so oh well. All right, so we just made it back to the hotel. Having to change out of the suit because yeah, it's kind of soaking wet, and I need to hang it up to dry overnight. We're just I don't know, kind of thinking back about how the runs went. I still need to watch the videos, but from what people were saying, the judges wanted me deeper on the zones while in chase. I don't know, I was just kind of doing the best I could with what we had, and I don't know, changing track condition and relearning the track on the fly. I thought we did pretty good. But, so we're still in it tomorrow. We'll still compete, and we'll be deeper in the zones and chase. We'll do what we have to. All right, so it's morning of day 2. We got checked out of the hotel. We we made a track. Went to a driver's meeting. Again, didn't really learn much. It was a lot of the same thing from yesterday. I don't really feel like the information was great, but we did get some feedback from one of the judges about our runs yesterday, and consensus was just basically be smoother and try not to lose so much speed in the actual decel zone. I don't know if that was great advice. Again, it's a decel zone. I'm allowed to slow down, but whatever. So now we're going off to practice and straight into competition. I don't think we're going to do an opening ceremony because of the rain. It's supposed to get really bad today. The forecast is not looking great, so it's going to be another wet one today. But we'll make the most of it. Our first battle, we actually got another buy run into the 16, and it's against Savio Silva. He drives for Drift HQ, one of the title sponsors for the event. So we'll see. We're gonna give it hell. Alright, so we just finished up our practice. I actually felt confident today. Things were going a little better. You know, after yesterday and watching a lot of the content over again, kind of gave me some good insight on what we needed to change today. So we're feeling it. We found our groove. Now we've got to stay in that groove, and we got to perform today. Again, we got Mason out here. He's a big help. He's getting our windshield cleaned up because it got a little muddy during practice. As you can tell by the car, you know, we're completely caked in mud. This happened yesterday, but we're out here. We're making it happen. So we're doing the thing. So. National anthem in 10 minutes, and then I think we're going straight into comp. I think we got another buy run. I need to look back at the bracket, see what we're doing, but we're doing the thing. So we took a buy run earlier just so that we would get a feel for the new track conditions. Things are drying up, but again, looking out in the distance, clouds are looking pretty rough. So I think I'd much rather have a wet track right now than a dry one. But I think that's just going to level the playing field, make it better in our case. But we are about 3 battles away from going against Savio Silva. Again, we got a buy run through 32, so straight into 16. That's going to be a tough one, especially being in the dry. We did get some dry practice yesterday, but you know, we've been doing everything else in the wet, so we're going to make the most of it. We're just going to lay it all on the line. That's what we're here for. If I'm not putting 100% on the line, then I'm just kind of wasting my time. So we're we're gunning for it. We're gonna go for it. So here we go.
Here we go. We have Salvio Silva and the People's Champion, Nathaniel Jordan. Salvio Silva, the Smoke Daddy.
Going against the People's Champ in the nice little New Edge, right? That's a New Edge Mustang, I think.
I believe so.
Not a big Mustang guy. I know they just had Stang Week up at Mid Pond.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
they
cool.
just had Stang Week up there. And you know what else is at Mid Pond? Clutch Kickers. So we're going to go ahead and watch these guys go.
Here comes Salvio Silva, the man like Rocky out here, putting his car back together so he could fight. And man, oh man, he fills out first outer zone like an absolute gangster. Smoke Daddy going to outer zone 2, lighting off those tires, busting the whole analysis booth as he's going into that outer touch and go through. Over rotation from Salvio Silva, unexpected. Oh no.
Was just about to say the rocket of smoke coming out of here. What a crazy thing, but we're gonna absolutely super sad seeing the over rotation come from the Smoke Daddy. We were just about to say this is what a pro car is. I was already building the commentary in my head, showing look, he's still keeping up, but look at what a pro car can do. Look at the smoke that he's performing, all the adversity he's overcome, and then going for a touch and go, just throws a little too much angle and just doesn't get it. So you can see the distance, he's cutting angle, and trying to keep up with the Mustang. But then we see Savio right before they're going to spin, but it's fine. We're going to go to this launch, and we'll have some commentary after.
Nathaniel Jordan out here doing a great job. We always talk about Leadfoot City. It was a great event there, and Nathaniel Jordan was doing a fantastic job. Now he is in the lead here. The People's Champ versus the Smoke Daddy.
We were just talking about how you can't assume an advantage, and this is what happens. You don't know if that lead car is going to, rotate. And the chase is the hardest position for the lower power car, so that's how he does in the lead.
Yeah. Here comes Nathaniel Jordan coming in with a nice weight transfer initiation. Going to that first outer zone, look at Salvio Silva getting right to angle and mirroring the angle of Nathaniel Jordan. Oh, mercy. The tenacity from Nathaniel Jordan. A little bit of a rub on the front bumper of Salvio Silva's car. Salvio Silva is unfazed, going into his outer touch and go 2. Beautiful touch and go. Now transitioning in that fatal funnel. Salvio Silva lighting off the tires, getting right to the door of Nathaniel Jordan here at Sebring.
So if you saw in the initiation, you see him left foot braking as hard as he can, making sure that the front of the car slows down just enough while keeping it going and drift. And then you see the on-off switch that is the power that he has in that Pro Charged monster. Recently switching over to a Pro Charger, haven't really gotten to talk about that, but you can see where he has to hold up because obviously the other car is a little bit slower. And so, yeah, what a great job, though, both of them.
And it looks like Nathaniel Jordan gets the win.
Give a
moves
big
on.
round of applause to that guy. Unfortunately, it comes with an over-rotation, but with that lead run, holding it together, chase actively there, make some noise for this guy,
And
showing you that you can keep drifting simple and get on in a win.
This is a big battle here. You got Christian the Heartbreak Kid Control.
I'm not even over this battle yet. I'm so sorry. We're talking about the next one?
Yeah, the next one is the final battle of the top 16.
Okay.
Okay, final battle of the top 16. Christian the Heartbreak Kid Control versus Bill the Godfather Stinger.
We're getting stung either which way.
Either way.
This is Sophie's choice.
It's going to be insane. This is going to be an insane battle. You got an OG of the drift scene, and then you have the points leader here. And
so we're going to jump over on a quick interview real quick with the man over there in the Mustang. Hey, talk about those chassis, bud.
All right, here we go. Nathaniel, make...
Yeah, no, I'm completely stoked on that. Going against the Smoke Daddy himself, he's an absolute ripper. He's got a killer car. So, I'm just happy that we made it through.
Your audio guy left.
Yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Just staying consistent. It's all I can keep doing.
Consistency matters, man. And I hear that you're like the people's champ out here. So keep it going, bro. Good luck.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Big smile. He's happy. Let's keep it going. Back to you.
Absolutely, man, and he should be smiling, taking out the smoke daddy, showing it that you don't need to have a crazy built car to be competitive. Getting a win here and honestly crossing the line in a solid run is what's going to always put you in the chance for a win, and he was able to put that together. So now,
well, we have the next battle of the Grade 8, the final battle of the Grade 8, Nathaniel Jordan versus Christian Catrone.
Yeah, Nathaniel absolutely showing that having a simple car and a cutthroat driving ability that you can be out here. And he's now going against one of the most meticulously built cars here. The Comp Cam Corvette over here.
It's interesting because if Christian Catrone moves on to this battle, if he wins this battle, he's going to be battling Matt Schulman, which is first and second place battle for the season. This is very exciting to see in an aspect for the bracket wise, but we have to see this battle going to take place.
Yep.
Nathaniel Jordan in the lead, Christian Catrone in the chase.
Obviously a slower car, less horsepower. Let's see how Christian does with that speed difference.
Nathaniel Jordan going into that first outer zone, able to hit it, and Christian Catrone gives him some room. Knows about that speed difference. Now going into that first outer touch and go. Great job from Nathaniel Jordan. He's going to outer zone 2 and able to all the way through. Christian Catrone lighting off his tires behind him, using that nice throttle modulation with that Chevy Corvette as they're transitioning into that fatal funnel. Huge angle from the chase and from Christian Catrone.
Wow.
Nathaniel Jordan does a great job leading them throughout the lap.
So unfortunately, Nathaniel not really hitting all our zones that we're looking for here on this first zone. Absolutely grabs it, no problem there. But, you know, going through that, what we'll do is we'll do a little highlight on here, but we're going to jump over to the interview because I think we got a car sitting there waiting to go.
We do, and you guys.
I appreciate it. That's always cool to hear that, you know, something going on with the flower. I would love to talk to him more on that. Maybe it's the grip, maybe it's something like that. But to go back to our run here, Nathaniel not quite filling all the zones, really getting the first one, the touch and go. Second one was a little shallow, and then obviously the third, you know, he got in there as well. But first one kills it. Catrone, like you said, backing up, knowing there's that speed difference, pedaling the car, but still finding a way to keep it consistent and go. So doing a good job here, fills the second zone, shallow through this area here, but actually he does find it, so I mistake that he was missing his zones. He found the zones.
Yeah.
So that was just an angle thing for me.
And now we have Christian, the Heartbreak Kid, seeing if he'll heartbreak the people's champion.
Let's see if Nathaniel can keep up.
We'll see. Well, here it goes. Christian Catrone in the Chevy Corvette in the lead. Going into that first outer zone. Beautiful fill out from Christian Catrone. Look at Nathaniel surging in, getting that nice angle so he can keep the speed up. Now going to outer touch and go 1. Beautiful transition from Christian Catrone and Nathaniel. Shallow up angle so he can reel in the proximity.
Holy cow, Nathaniel!
Oh my goodness, the fatal funnel is there, but Christian Catrone is sliding off the tires every zone he can, and Nathaniel Jordan holding his own.
Besides the last section there, he was with him.
Wow.
Those looked like not that difference of cars, and I'm well aware that that is more than 50% more power coming out of that Corvette. And I mean, holy cow, was that not entertaining to see? I already give a round of applause for those two drivers right there, putting it together, that work. I know the chat section has to be blowing up, giving some love over to Nathaniel. Obviously not quite the same proximity that we saw in this exact instance with Catrone, but similar to what we saw in the first section. We're seeing a nice little dive in, obviously trying to match that angle, and then transitioning over and just taking that inner line, getting over there while Christian is throwing down some smoke. So, very exciting stuff. Look what you've caused.
The track staff is now calling Eric the Fireball Noguera. Is great.
So we got the Flower Mobile being driven around. Oh my god, did you just hear that?
Yeah, I just heard that.
They're going one more time.
Yeah, buddy. They're going to get new tires, get situated, and we have our left side of the bracket still to figure out who's going to be battling it out for first and second place, too.
Awesome to see. Christian Catrone having to go battle against him again. And, you know, going in, I'm like, man, that is going to be a tough call for the judges. But, wow. That's a win in its own self right here. Look, he's revving up over there. Good job, buddy. Go ahead and get some new tires on that bad boy, and let's go ahead and see.
Here.
Well, let's go ahead and see Nathaniel versus Christian Catrone coming up.
Here we go. One more time battle. Nathaniel Jordan in the lead. Battle moves in to the final four here. Look at Nathaniel Jordan doing the same thing as he's been always doing throughout the track. Hitting that first outer zone, hitting that touch go. Look at Christian Catrone. Look at the animal that he is. Trying to stay close proximity the whole way. The fatal funnel is there. And then transitioning into the final outer zone. Huge angle. Man, oh man. Christian, the Heartbreak Kid Catrone out here to shred.
So when you say it's a moving clipping point, right now when I look at Nathaniel, he's literally a moving clipping point. He looks like he is the white rabbit being chased by the fastest, leanest greyhound possible. And that greyhound is snapping at it, almost grabbing it, that little white rabbit. But I mean, when we look at these runs, he is going and grabbing every zone he needs to on the lead run. Christian mimicking every move he can, throwing a little bit more angle actually than Nathaniel, but then finding it and just matching him perfectly across the line on this initiation, doing what he had did prior with a little bit of space, but then decided, you know what, no, we're going all the way in. So he went ahead and grabbed in on this transition. He just decided, we're in full kill, I'm going to get as close as possible and hold it. So what a great job from Christian Catrone driving behind a slower car, and a great job from Nathaniel from being able to lead.
Yeah, Nathaniel has been doing a fantastic job throughout the series, and Christian is able to just deal with what he has in front of him. And right here you have Christian Catrone in the lead. Let's see how he's going to lay down this line. Let's see if Nathaniel gets that proximity. And look at Christian Catrone getting right to the outer zone 1, lighting off those tires. Nathaniel Jordan, shallower angle than Christian Catrone, but able to keep proximity. Now going to outer zone 2. Nathaniel Jordan trying to reel him in like a big old fish in the deep blue sea. And look at Christian Catrone, the Heartbreak Kid, going through that fatal funnel, going to the final outer zone, lighting off the tires. And you see Nathaniel Jordan is a lot further spaced compared to Christian Catrone in the chase.
So I want to say Nathaniel had an amazing entry. Nathaniel decided, hey, we're going to go ahead and enter as late as possible, get on his angle, and keeping up with him. What we're seeing is the reaction time and the reaction difference. He doesn't have the horsepower to make the correction, so he has momentum. If he makes a mistake, it's bigger and badder. Yeah. So he's going through the same thing. Christian goes a little bit wider out there, and Nathaniel goes through. So it's going to be a tough one for a slower car to make those corrections. But Christian Catrone with the win. Moving on, after a one more time with Nathaniel. Nathaniel has to feel like a winner in that seat either which way. Getting it one more time with the points leader, the man to beat, and he almost beat him. Gosh, what a great time. I know Nathaniel's having a good time in that seat. Wishing he could hold it together a little bit out there. But out there revving for the crowd, hand out the window. Giving applause for that guy out there in the Mustang.
Insane.
Crazy work out here for that boy.
This round has just gotten even more exciting.
All right, so we just finished up with comp. We made it to the grade 8 against Christian Catrone. He is our points leader, so you know it already kind of says enough. He is an absolute ripper. He's a great driver. We've gone against him in the past, actually, in OSW Black Friday, King of OSW. We went one more time against him. We put down a really good lead line, and then we actually were on his door on our chase. It was spectacular. It was a great job. And ended up going one more time. So we did the same thing. We didn't change anything up. We went right back out there. We did another really incredible lead, and then on our chase, we did the same thing. Put it right on his door, right at entry, and we kind of lost him a little bit going into the second outer, and as we got into the second touch and go, he put on a lot of angle, and I just wasn't quite ready for that. So it kind of led me deeper into that touch and go. I smacked the clipping points, actually kind of broke my wing off the car. You know, nothing some zip ties won't fix, but that's fine. I don't know. I feel like the judges should have called that a little differently, just because I feel like his out of angle was a little bit of a correction, and in the driver's meeting that's what they were saying, was that if the lead does something that would cause the chase driver to make a correction like that, that it would count against them. I don't know if that's actually the case, but you know, I couldn't ask for better result. Oh, I could ask for better result. Better driving. I couldn't ask for better driving. That was spectacular to go toe to toe with the points leader with such heavy hitters like Salvio Silva and Christian Catrone. Again, the budget, the cars, the capability those guys have, and for us to be able to handle that, you know, hats off. That's pretty spectacular. So car's in pretty rough shape. You know, these are the same set of tires all weekend. I'm actually surprised how much we went through, being mostly wet laps. Again, we broke our wing off. Our tail light is a little rough. We definitely need a wash pretty desperately. You know, we're a little gross. Even all over the roof, but whatever. If that's the worst of it, that's a pretty successful weekend. I think, you know, overall, weathering the storm. You know, again, we got Hurricane Aaron off the coast, and I think we're just kind of getting some of the waves from that. No, it's been a great weekend. So we're out here. We made it. We did the thing. You know, time to pack it up and go home. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, do the stuff, do the thing. So thank you.